You guys ready? Meeting come to order. We'll have the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. What was that background? It just heard himself. Did it? It's like, what the heck? Remember to shut it off. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Upper Chichester Township Board of Commissioners meeting. August 26, 2020. Yeah, August 26, 2026. Bill, can you do the roll call, please?
Sure. President Rakowski,
Here.
Vice President Baiaco,
Here.
Commissioner Gaudioso,
Here.
Commissioner Hankins,
Here.
Commissioner Alston,
Here.
Solicitor Mike Roddy,
Here.
Engineer Andrew Pokel.
Here. Thank you. We're open up to the public comment tonight. You have anything on your mind or what's on the agenda, feel free to come up. I'll start on my left side, which is your right. Come to the podium. State your name and address for us. If you need us to get back to you, just give us your telephone number also, please.
Hey, my name is Natalie Warfel. I am a resident of Upper Chichester's 2nd Ward. I live on Rolling Glen. I wanted to submit some paperwork to you guys. Am I able to hand it out?
Sure.
Big step.
There's 5 commissioners, I do.
I have 8.
All right, one more that way. Thank you.
That's the first thing.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you, third, I'm the third.
That's good.
Yeah. It's you.
You guys ready?
It just, ma'am, not to be technical, but Rolling Glen Drive, Rolling Glen Apartments, that's the 5th ward.
Is it?
Yes,
Good to know.
okay.
I'll keep that in mind.
That's why I asked, I'm sorry. Okay.
All right, you guys ready? So what I printed out for you is basically my sightings for the speech I'm going to be giving right now. So in case anyone wanted to follow along, it's all printed out for you. So I'm basically here tonight to discuss the community's infrastructure capacity and long-term planning needs. I think between inflation, rising utility costs, and local taxpayers have very little financial margin left for structural error. I don't think it's a hypothetical threat. I think it's a planning challenge already being addressed by towns across Pennsylvania. Delaware County Planning has already identified utility demand, grid impacts, backup power systems, and public safety concerns associated with data center development, and has provided municipalities with land use code considerations framework to address those issues proactively. I think they rely on everyone thinking it's not going to really happen to their town. I do. And we've already seen significant development arrive here off Chichester Avenue. I think it reminds us why transportation and utilities and infrastructure matters. But what I'm really here to talk about is mostly just the large-scale data centers that we're seeing pop up all over. I just want to make sure, because federal assessments and energy shows that it could consume up to 6.7 to 12% of all U.S. electricity by 2028. And they also identified water demand as a growing concern. Under Pennsylvania land use law, conditional uses are generally entitled to approval under applications demonstrate compliance with ordinance standards. I think we need to look at Chapter 600. I think if that's not updated proactively, future applications may be reviewed under standards that were not really specifically written for modern data center development, creating regulatory gaps that can be exploited through full compliance under the existing code that we have. And I'm not saying it's a call to panic. I'm not saying anything like that. I just think we need to be a little bit proactive with our oversight here. I'm mostly just looking at taxes, anything that could fall under residents. I believe in capitalism and economic growth, but I do know without proper municipal oversight, major industrial development can quickly become predatory. I know they are able to shift costs, risk, and burdens onto very resident taxpayers who lives here. I reviewed the one that Chad's Ford came out with recently, and I recognize that they made a 46-page ordinance to address this issue very proactively. And I liked that. I didn't think they were going to wait for big tech to knock on their doors with that. Additionally, Pennsylvania land use law may provide legal protections for previously approved projects, potentially limiting how future zoning amendments can be applied. I think that's something we really need to look at. I'm just requesting that the board review these county recommendations and consider amendments to chapter 600 addressing data centers, development, infrastructure impacts, utility demand, transparency requirements, and taxpayer protection. I think developers should be able to provide full transparency regarding their water and power demands, and taxpayers should never bear the cost of infrastructure upgrades required to support private development. With that being said, I just think we should update chapter 600, establish clear standards before any applications arrive, and ensure Upper Chichester remains proactive, prepared, and in control of its own future. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Just to jump in, so my name is Mike Crotty, Solicitor's Office for the township. The township already has enacted regulations for data center. We did that back in April. It's already in chapter 600. It was prepared by our land planner, Brian Seidel. So all those are already covered. We always look to whether we, planning commission should update and tweak those, but we already have pretty robust standards in place.
Are they in the ordinance already currently?
Yes.
She can get a copy.
Huh?
There's a copy.
Yes, please.
No problem. That's it? We're good? Okay, next row on the right,
What's your turn, Joe?
going further back, anybody on the right side? Anybody on the right side want to come up to the podium?
Maureen Wall, 5105 Martin Avenue. And I just want to say, I knew about the ordinance. But if you look specifically under the code, if you don't search for data center, search for that, define the ordinance and see that it was adopted back in April. That's there. But then if you look at the numbers, the 600, I think it's 199, you look there, it's not in that part. So that's probably why you didn't realize they had adopted something. So I believe, yes, it's adopted, it's firm. It's just not showing when you read down the 600 code down to the reference numbers in the ordinance. So that needs to get integrated, and that would probably help answer your questions as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Just explain, we use a website called General Code for the hosting of it. It takes them some time. They usually do like once a year where they kind of bring everything in and integrate it. It's called codification. Bring it in all kind of up to date. They only do that periodically.
But that's why it wasn't found. So maybe we need to look into getting them to update things a little sooner after something major is adopted and changed.
You don't work in government, do you?
No, I don't. I work in industry to make places comply with government. So I am used to that.
It is more than that. They charge us a whole bunch of money every time they do that. So you do want to kind of group it, chunk it, so we're not getting charged a whole bunch of sums.
Anybody on the right side still? Yes, ma'am.
And my name is Patricia Oakes. I'm in the 4th Ward. I live in Yorktown Development. Patricia Oakes. I'm here to just talk about data centers, and really, I wasn't aware of the 600, whatever you're talking about. So I don't know if that benefited the people or it benefited the corporations who want to come in here. I don't know what kind of guidelines you put on, but I'm just going to read here what I have written. It's only 2 pages. I've been following the topic of data centers for the past year, largely through community advocacy groups and public officials who have raised serious concerns about these projects. In Pennsylvania, State Senator Katie Mew, she's from District 44. She represents parts of Berks, Chester, and Montgomery counties. She's been a strong voice for transparency and public accountability. Jamie Walsh, he's from District 117. He's a representative in the state of Pennsylvania. He's also worked on behalf of the residents, including through the introduction of HB 2533, which calls for a moratorium on data centers in Pennsylvania. The developers representing Meta, Google, and other tech giants come into a community promising economic benefits, tax revenue, and infrastructure improvements. However, the true details are not shared with the locals in many cases. NDAs are required, and that prevents the local residents from really knowing what is being proposed. I don't know what you guys, again, have made rules or whatever, but that doesn't always happen proactively. So across, especially in Pennsylvania, across the country, townships and communities have really been that the road being skewed. So township officials need to be reminded of their duty under the PA 3 amendment, Article 1, Section 27 of the PA Constitution. In few words, basically requires clean air for clean water to drink. So public anger has been at an all-time high, and it's not a threat of food issue there. It's due to the lack of transparency within the approval process. In Archibald, Pennsylvania, the Lackawanna County, three borough council leaders will actually meet from the petitions by lawsuits can and have been filed under the Open Meetings Act or Sunshine Law. These laws forbid secret meetings from being conducted by local elected officials. I would like to specifically speak to the details on how large and hyperscale DCs affect everyday quality of life issues for people in the communities in which they live. For example, cities such as Columbus, Ohio, with approximately 175 DCs is abbreviated for them. Omaha, Nebraska, Loudon, Virginia, which is considered the state and capital of the United States, Lubbock, Texas, and our home city in Missouri Township, Pennsylvania. You can go online, you can YouTube it and see how and hear how these issues have affected the people and they take care. So one of the main issues is water. So they demand enormous amounts of water, anywhere from 100 to 500 million gallons of water a day, depending on their size and location. In communities facing strains on their well, aging water systems, the demand can be a threat to daily life. There's a woman in Texas who was visited by some unnamed organization, showed them the buckets of water that she has sitting outside her bathroom that's required to flush her toilets. The kitchen faucet has a significant decrease in pressure and produces nothing but a trickle of water that contains around sediment. Residents have experienced wells running dry as well. That's just a few examples of the water issues. Look, we can live without data centers, but we cannot live without clean, reliable sources of water. And as an essential for everyday life, for real life. Regarding power, large-scale centers also use a significant amount of electricity on a daily basis. In many regions, utility companies have had to build new infrastructure in order to accommodate electric demand. And in many areas, the local presidents have been charged with the increased cost in their personal electric bills as they are being forced to pay for the required infrastructure and power themselves. The people should not incur any costs in utilities through the data center. The companies / billionaires that benefit and own these DCs should bear the cost and they surely are the ones that can afford it. The next topic is heat and environmental disruption. So they generate continuous heat emissions from the massive servers in the cooling system. They can alter local weather creation of what's called data heat islands. The heat as temperatures rise can go anywhere from 6 to 10 degrees. Can affect ground temperature, vegetation, insects, wildlife, and ecosystems. Exhaust heat from the rooftop AC units influence air circulation. People have to increase their temperatures on their personal AC units as a result. In addition, the high voltage transmission lines in the area of the emit EMFs, which are electromagnetic fields, that which are classified by WHO as a possible human carcinogen. Regarding noise and light, residents in affected communities have reported persistent 24/7, 365 days, high-pitched whining and low-frequency humming noise. This noise has the potential to affect the nervous system as well as hearing issues. In Nashville, Tennessee, recently there was a proposed DC center directly next to the zoo. And the zoo officials are concerned about how the noise will affect the breathing cycle of the 3,000 animals. In addition, the light noise surrounding these facilities is also on 20% 365. And local communities can hear the humming noise up to about a half a mile, and at night it actually stretches up to about 2 miles. Construction and operations can also bring heavy truck traffic, road deterioration, and safety concerns. All these concerns can affect character of the community with decrease in home values and massive environmental concerns that affect on people's overall health. No amount of promised local community improvements, jobs, because there are very few, and they come and tell you big story about all these jobs. And that's going to improve it. Our large sum of money to school district is worth the ill effect of the center's cost. No short-term payment is worth permanent harm to the community, health, or quality of the environment. Before any large-scale center, full disclosure from public officials should be required. Public hearings should be held. Meaningful environmental and other pertinent studies should be conducted. Public resources belong to the people. Data centers should not be approved simply for the powerful corporation request that.
Thank you very much. We're going to give you a copy of the ordinance that we have also. Our solicitor is going to make a comment on some of what you stated tonight, just
Yeah,
to give
really.
you some information.
Sorry, Ed, really review the ordinance. We addressed a lot of that stuff, including noise, visual impacts, vibrational impacts, and all the like. And it does require a hearing process before anyone would come through for a data center. A hearing process before anyone comes through the data center.
I just, on that note, I just want to make sure everybody's aware. I know this is being recorded. There is nothing on this table of any data center coming to Upper Chichester. We have not seen nothing. So whatever's out there on Facebook, other towns, Upper Chichester has nothing on the table. Once it hits the table, as our solicitor said, then it has a due process of all your hearings. And they are open to the public and they are advertised for the meetings. And we encourage everybody to come. But as of this date today, there's nothing here in Upper Chichester. So, yes.
Not if I can help it.
No, we have no.
Nothing,
proposal.
nothing at all. I'll finish up on the third row, Mr. DeMarco, or the right, the left side or back side there, whomever.
How you doing?
Good.
My name is Jeff Davis.
Yeah, you can raise that. You can raise that up if you need.
Huh?
You can raise that up. There you go.
Okay, my name is Jeff Davis. I own a property at 1706 Peach Street. Apparently the township expressed an interest in purchasing it. And they put in a grant last year. And that was, I believe, unanimously approved by your board. And then set there, and now they have a second grant in hold. Because I was dealing with George Needles, who had left. And I wanted to know what the status is of it now. And that's 1706 Peach Street. And if anyone up there has any information, because apparently the grants are in Delaware County. And I'd like to know what statuses.
I think Bill can probably give you an update.
Yeah, Mr. Davis, I know we spoke the other day. The grants have not been approved at this time yet. The township did apply for grants. We have not received any word back on them grants. As far as the other request you made, I have reached out to the county for that, and asked for this day. So we don't have any news on the grants yet, though. I mean, as far as that goes.
So that's basically what you have. Do you know what the amount of the second grant was?
I do not. Off the top of my head, I do not. I could look and let you know.
I would like to know what that amount is. I can make a determination on how to move forward.
Okay.
And the other thing that I don't know, there was some talk of a lease purchase or whatever. It's a larger property. The property is actually 7. And it is used when I'm not there as a park. And I allow some people to use it as a park. And basically it has a lot of stream frontage, about 600 some feet. And it's adjacent, practically connected to Beach Park. Yeah, there's a footbridge that crosses the creek. A lot of people use that to cut through. It's believe it or not, it serves as a cut through for the apartments, Rolling Glen, and quite a few other places. But it would make a very nice addition. I know you own some property right below it, and I know that you guys are trying to make a walking trail all the way through that area, and your own property adjacent to it below it. You have a foot of footing there, and 660 feet up that creek give you a lot more walking trail. You're almost connected to Laurel Road. And I personally would like to see it become a park, basically because of the wildlife that exists there. And I grew up on 20 acres.
Well, thank you, Mr. Davis. We do, if this board does appreciate working with you on, unfortunately, the time delay of the grant. That was our goal still for open space. We have acquired, since I've been on board, and Mike and Joe and I, we have acquired a few properties throughout the township, little parcels to keep open.
Right.
And this would fit a good footprint for the walking trails, to Peach Park over in that area. So hopefully you're patient enough with us to be able to see if we could all see this through and be able to have a nice park over in that area.
I understand that.
So, I
Thank you very much for your efforts in doing so. Actually, because I really do believe that's the best advice for the property.
Oh, yes, yes.
It served a lot of people. I mean, I have to kick off from undesirable people who managed to take out a few vehicles and windows of the house, but besides that, anything, whether it was nice, have something writing that
Right.
you are attempting to purpose that power.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, I thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Joe DeMarco, 2246 Namens Creek Road. The thing that's bringing me out tonight, believe it or not, are yard signs. I'm retired now, so I'm driving around town more than I have in the past. So on one given day, I had a liberty of coming down Larkin Road to Namens Creek and having to go right and left. And from Bethel and Larkin Road to my house on one given day, I counted 21 yard signs, all in the common area on the side of the road. That very same day, I had to come up the same road, had to go up to 202, traversing up through Bethel. 4. 21 versus 4. Today, I come down Garnet Mine Road, and the reason why I mention the roads is because it's in everybody's areas. I come down Garnet Mine Road, make the right-hand turn onto Larkin Road, cross over Bethel, come up the Namish Creek, hook the left of my house. Would you like to take a guess how many yard signs I saw? 2. For the sake of not embarrassing ourselves, including myself, I had to count 31. There are 12 today at the intersection of Bethel and Larkin Road. For me, when I sat up there, these are the little things that really kind of like pepper your town as to what's going on. It's an endless war, so it's thankless. But it raises the question why there's 4 in Bethel and there's 21 in Upper Chi. This has nothing to do with for sale signs, support the police signs, Boy Scout signs. It's all the above. It's the power washing, leaf removal, junk removal. And here's the irony of all this. There's a guy around here doing advertisement power washing. You see, he's all over the place. He's all over the county, as a matter of fact, I think. I took the liberty and called the number. He never called me back. So I got to see his signs all the time, and I never get a call back. That's the irony of it all. And to top this all off, just today, I saw a sign on Meeting House Road, just before you go up into Delaware, on the right-hand side, advertising, we'll put your Christmas lights up. These are the little things that I think that we need to kind of like keep an eye on. And I wanted to mention it because it's in everybody's area. And now that I've mentioned it, I think you're going to see them every time you travel around like I do. They're just an eyesore. And the thing that really got me started on all this, Ed, you'll attest to this. Last year, the township put up a sign advertising the 2026 Community Day. Right next to it was a sign from the township advertising the 2025 Community Day. Now, I get it. That's how the stuff happens. I'm not pointing the finger at anybody. But I know for a fact that in years past, if there was a sign in the right-of-way, the common area on the road, the highway department or the sanitation department used to pick them up. And I think I recall, even at one point, somebody traveled around once a week, twice a week, once a month. I don't know, whatever the cycle needs to be. But we need to pay a little bit more attention to them. I appreciate it if you would. I got a neighbor of mine that runs a business out of his house. Has been living there for about 7 years. 7 years. 6 years. Don't hold me to the time. There's been a sign since day one on their front yard. Every day. Grass gets cut, sign comes up, goes back. Every day. That's advertising. So whatever you can do to help me out. Ed's even offered to pick some of them up, put them in my driveway at one point, but I did notice he had some on his own porch.
Yes,
So I'm appreciative of your efforts, but
I take them off the telephone poles. I don't like it on the telephone poles. You got people advertising.
I don't understand why our town's peppered with them. I don't know. But what I do know is this, they're not cheap. The price of them have come down. But once the word gets out that you're picking them up and getting rid of them, I think you'll slow them down.
Good.
So that's really all that I have. Keep up the good work. Thank you for your time, and keep an eye on Bethel and Larkin Road. That'll be the litmus test as to how we're doing. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
I got something to do every time I go home.
I'll go to the left side of the room, my right. Anybody have any public comment? Want to come up?
Hello. Hi. Eric Savoli,
710 Cotton.
What do you want to talk about, Eric?
Actually, not what you're thinking, well, that'll come up. All right, I'll start with that, Joe. I want to say thanks, guys, for working on getting the lights at the CBL field. You guys are doing awesome. The kids are like ecstatic that they may be coming. So eventually you're gonna have a bunch of kids with flashlights outside one day supporting you. I want to say thank you for that. First question.
Guys, can we keep the talking down?
Little quiet back there. Thank you.
I love the Savvy Citizen app, but I just want to say, since we've gotten that, I've noticed that like the meeting agendas and the minutes from the website have disappeared. I didn't know if you guys knew that. Because I've been trying to look through like different meetings because sometimes I get bored at work and I actually read about what's going on in the township, and like the agendas from like all the committees used to be on there, and the meeting minutes, you could read them, but they're no longer there. So I didn't know, is that just something that went away, or is that something that's ever going to come back, or thoughts?
We will address that with the manager.
We'll take a look into that. I'll talk to the rec board. And we'll get an answer for
Yeah,
that.
I mean, if it's something that just went away, I just assumed it was the Savvy Citizen, the technology that went away, but it was nice to have. It's there.
Yeah, we'll take a look and see. I know all that information is on the township website. But I will look into the Savvy
In
Citizen.
the township website, it's gone from. You can't look at the past meeting minutes and agenda thing.
Are you talking about our meetings or are you talking about the rec board meeting?
All of them. They've all been taken. Look, if you go into it, it just comes up as a blank page. I tried it on an iPhone, a computer.
Yeah, the last time I checked a while ago, they were there, so I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, like it's only been like the last month or two I've seen it gone.
We'll take a look at it.
I mean, I was using a data center to research this, so. So, real quick, I am. Open to the data center thing. So there's a couple things that were said here that are just factually inaccurate. The electric company cannot raise your rates, just so everyone knows, without the approval of the state of Pennsylvania. In other states, they were completely different, but in the state of Pennsylvania, your electric utility bill cannot be raised without approval of the state house and the governor. So just because somebody comes in and says, we're putting poles in, they can't just raise your rates without going and being approved by the state. I didn't know if anybody knows that. That's one. Two, the lovely young lady over here said she was concerned about data centers and high voltage lines. Data centers require no bigger high voltage tension lines than are currently in that you're walking. I work for the electric company, ma'am. I don't think there's much more research than building it.
Hey, guys.
All right, well, yes,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So basically, utility companies run three different voltages. They run 34, 13.2, and 2.4. They're all three of those voltages, including a 240 volt power line that feeds a substation that runs across 322. That's the really big giant towers. Actually, it's a 500 kV line because there's two in pairs. All three of those voltages are currently in your community. You don't change anything in our community. I'm not saying I want a data center here. I'm just saying these are things that you need to research because you might hear something in one town that's different. If you're in a country bumpkin town, no, they don't have different types of voltages. But in our township, we use different types of voltages that are basically what you would use for these complexes. So just so you know, do your research. But as you're researching how you don't like something by researching on that thing, because you can't really research how much you hate a data center without going online, which you have to use a data center to do, which that's a whole nother story, which is kind of like saying you don't like cars, but then driving to a place to say you don't like cars, but that's another story.
all right.
Again,
You
all I'm
good?
saying is due diligence, everyone. But again, thank you so much for the lights. The kids are going to love these. I cannot wait to get the grant. I literally have the state of Pennsylvania website of grants on refresh every 15 minutes, waiting for the announcement to come up so I can find the name of the grant to be excited about. So again, thank you to everybody. Mr. Engineer, you helped write that grant request. Thank you so much. Joe, Ed, thank you so much. I know I'm a giant pain in the rear, but the kids are going to love this and you guys are going to be remembered for a long time for it. Have a good night, everybody.
Shoot, anybody in the left side? For public comment in the back? Mr. Cisco, you good? Thank you. For that, we'll continue. For that, we'll you guys are
Everybody
good,
good?
the residents? Okay, thank you. We'll continue with our meeting.
I would note, we did have an executive session immediately before our meeting tonight to discuss personnel and litigation matters.
Thank you. This one's got me a little confused. We're amending our minutes or we're approving?
Approve the amendments, give us some updated minutes, so we need to put some.
Okay.
Statements on there, so next month we'll be on that.
Okay. Okay, we need an approval to amend the meeting minutes from July 14, 2026 Board of Commissioners caucus meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? I think the question was answered from Bill, the manager, that there's some corrections and additions that have to be added on, since we've only had one meeting this month, and they'll be in the minutes for next week or September. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Action item number 6 through 17 will Commissioner Brett Hankins.
Thank you. Just a few announcements. Announcement that the 3rd annual Upper Chi Township Soapbox Derby will take place on Fury Road on Saturday, August 29th, starting at 10 a.m. Come out and see the races and enjoy a fun time. Another announcement that Upper Chichester Township Car Show will take place in the parking lot of Willowbrook Shopping Center on Sunday, August 30th at 12 p.m. This event will have all kinds of cars, music, food, and awards as well. All right, so on to some motions. Consider a motion approving the fee waiver request from the Delco Chargers Travel Youth Baseball Team contingent upon the submission of any updated and attested roster listing the names and addresses of all players. The waiver shall be applied as a reduction to the field use fee based on the following criteria: $8 per person residing within Upper Chi Township, $12 per player residing outside of Upper Chichester Township, but within the boundaries of the school district, and then $16 per player residing outside the boundaries of the school district itself. So move.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Consider a motion approving payment request number 10 from Blue Scope Construction for the library project in the amount of $178,537.13. So move.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Consider a motion approving a quote from A.N. Lynch Incorporated in the amount of $106,995 for the library and resource center renovation project. So move.
I'll second.
What is this quote for? I thought we had. Andrew, is this something to do, the library renovations? I thought we've already had all these.
This is new to me, so.
Excuse me?
Aye.
Go ahead.
So this one here for the 106,995 is for the electrical separation. There's going to be a credit for the $69,000 down a little bit further. Pico required some additional work to be done for the separation of the electric services. So that's what this one is.
Is this the same contractor we agreed upon the first time? To have the work done, or is it?
It won't be through Blue Scope. It'll be through A.N. Lynch with co-stars to save the township some additional money.
Okay. Any other questions? Nope. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Consider a motion approving quote from A.N. Lynch Incorporated in the amount of $46,066 for the library resource center renovation project. So move.
Second. Any questions? Is this additional to the electrical part?
So this one is for the addition of 8 additional cameras. And the next motion will be for the 17,000 will be for I think the equipment associated with the wires and stuff to run to connect everything to. Broken into 2 separate change order requests.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Consider a motion approving quote from A.N. Lynch Incorporated in the amount of $17,777 for the library resource center renovation project. So moved.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Consider a motion appointing Ed Verkowski as the voting delegate for the 2026 Pennsylvania Municipal League Resolutions Committee. So move.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Consider a motion appointing Joseph Bialko as an alternate voting delegate for the 2026 Pennsylvania Municipal League Resolutions Committee. So move.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Consider a motion approving a real estate refund to Diego Urgiles in the amount of $674.01 for 708 Johnson Street. So move.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Consider a motion approving the list of bills. Right under 1.6 million, 1.58 to be exact, Ed.
I do.
So move.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? So moved.
Consider a motion approving Yerkes Associates Incorporated as an alternate engineer for Upper Chichester Township. So move.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? So moved. Action item number 18 through 26. Commissioner Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to make a motion to approve the MPC extension request for the 801 Bethel Avenue Salo application until November 29th, 2026. So moved.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? So moved.
We'll jump. Yeah, I'll jump back up. I'd like to consider a motion authorizing the advertisement for Boothman Town Center zoning map. So moved.
Second.
Any questions? What date would that be for, in September or October?
Probably October, maybe November. We have to send it to the county planning commission to get its comments. Sometimes it takes time to get feedback, which could a certain amount of time. Then we have to do statutory advertising, so try to shoot for October, not then.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Number 20, consider a motion to approve the MPC extension request for the 5106 Martin Lane Saddle application until November 29th, 2026. So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Excuse me. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Consider resolution authorizing the release of escrow to Joseph Carini, 1534 Peach Street, an amount of $37.70. So moved.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? So moved.
Consider resolution authorizing the release of escrow to NASR Properties LLC at 1837 Cherry Street, an amount of $45.00.
So moved. Need a second.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Consider resolution authorizing the release of escrow to the Nehar Group, NEHER, 16 Buck Lane, an amount of $1,067.00. So moved.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Consider resolution authorizing the release of escrow to Linder, LEANDER, and Melissa Davis at 2908 Larkin Road in the amount of $3,327.00.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Consider resolution authorizing the release of escrow to Jonathan Cagle, KAGLE, at 0 Summer Lanes, an amount of $31,000.00. So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Board? What is that for? The number?
Yeah, it's for the new house that he built, house and garage.
It has nothing to do with the project for the stormwater that we've been working on and all that. That's,
No, that does not.
thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
And lastly, on the item number 26, consider a resolution authorizing the release of escrow to Joseph Kokoska, Kokoska, of 2034 Locust Street in the amount of $35,330.31.
So move. Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Action item number 27, 29 is Commissioner Joe Bianco.
Thank you. Consider a motion approving the trash exoneration list. So moved.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Consider a resolution authorizing the President of the Board of Commissioners and the Township Interim Manager to sign documents related to the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation Form TE 160 for the traffic signal permit 63-2180 at the intersection of SR 3009 Chichester Avenue and SR 3016 Larkin Road and Bethel Avenue. So moved.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Consider a motion approving the quote from Signal Service CoStar's number 0000482340 in the amount of $144,661.95 for the installation of traffic poles and equipment related to the 2024 Green Light Go grant C9200003346. So moved.
No second.
Any questions? Is this our Chichester Avenue instinct program? Yes. Okay. We've been working, just to let the audience, residents know, we've been working on this for a while, even though we haven't voted quite yet. This is a grant we got that the traffic lights from China Meeting House down up to Larkin Road.
Yeah, from the Bethel Avenue, Larkin to Bethel Road, Larkin Road, Mill Road, Summit Lane, just Parkway.
To have the traffic lights all in sync with each other. That's something we've been working with PennDOT for a while, so. Just to let the residents know what that's all about. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. I'm going to give the commissioners just a little break. I'll go to the professionals right now. Or Solicitor Mike Crowder.
Just to note that we did have the zoning enforcement hearing for the Larkin Road property, this morning. Produced Bill and Pocal, who were there to testify, and the court found, in favor of the township on all, I think, 12 counts.
Long time coming.
Not done,
Not bad.
not done yet. One step, 14. 14, or so like that.
Excuse me. Does anybody have anything for the solicitor?
No.
If not, we'll move along to the engineer, Andrew Pokel.
Yes, you have within your packet my updated engineer's report. I do have two items that I want to discuss. We did hold pre-construction meetings for the 2026 road program with the contractor. They're now submitting documents for materials that they will be using for the road program project pre-construction video schedule. And we're awaiting approval from PennDOT for liquid fuels funding. So once that has been completed, we can begin the road program. The other project was the CAADC Park Improvements Project. We held a pre-construction meeting, and the contractor is again providing submittals to us for review and approval in accordance with the contract documents. So those should be under construction shortly.
Does anybody have anything for the engineer? If not, we'll move to the commissioners. We'll move to Vice Chairman Joe Bianco.
Thank you. Just want to ask the rest of the board, Highway and Sanitation would like to bring on a couple more, part-time help. We're in the process of promoting 2 part-times to full-time to fill some positions, and there's still plenty of grass to cut. It's already budgeted, it's already approved for so many, I'm just letting you know we're doing.
Do they have any individuals in mind yet, or they still gotta go out and get 2 more?
Do you have anybody in mind yet, bud? Right, then drug tests and all that are still involved.
You did a request for, Commissioner Biacco, support.
Is this, it's just part-time to end of the summer, Put? Or-
Yeah,
Okay. Yep, I'm good.
You'll put that as a motion somewhere?
I don't even think we got to vote on it, though. I mean.
No, it's already been authorized in the budget.
Yeah. All right, we're good. I'm just letting you guys know.
Thank you.
I really don't have nothing else unless anybody has any questions.
The force main done yet?
Nope. It's run, it's just the final tap in, Joe, right?
Close.
Close? Okay, thank you. Anything for Commissioner Biacco? Now we'll move along to Commissioner Gaudioso.
Thank you, everyone. I don't have anything to report on tonight. If anybody has any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer them.
If not, we'll move along to Commissioner Hankins.
Same, all my reports are on file. I don't really have anything else to on tonight besides the announcement that we're already at for the Recreation Department. Just wanted to call out Bill for a nice job on the first round pass of the budget. I know that's a long way to go, but nice job to you and Caitlin. Any questions for me?
If not, we'll move along to Commissioner Olson.
Good evening, everyone. Just want to thank Putt once again for his consistent improvements that were made in the Twin Oaks area at that common intersection right there on Broadway. Looks beautiful. So thank you so much for that work. All my files are here for examination if anyone's interested. I have nothing further to add. Any questions for me? Be glad to answer.
If not, we'll move along to my report. Fire and EMS, all the reports are on file, emergency management's on file, fire marshal's on file. What I would like to say is keep an eye on your mailboxes. The annual fire department fund drive will be coming out soon. Just a reminder, they are volunteers in this township. They're getting very few coming in to volunteer. It's getting tougher and tougher, and that's something we're trying to work together with the township and, excuse me. I think they already have some out. But, I don't know if they have the cadet program started here in Upper Chi. If it's a cadet, it's 14 to 16, but a junior member could be 16 years of age. To be in, their junior members are limited to what they could do and, but they do have the chance to train while they're younger. And then when they become 18, they're able to actually get to school and to go into burning buildings and stuff like that for us. But, yeah, you caught me off guard on that one. I wanted to say something else, but yeah, just a reminder, the fund drive will be out, coming out. So, but other than that,
And I think you skipped Bill.
excuse me?
You skipped
No,
Bill.
not yet. I mean,
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Making
try
sure.
to save the best for last.
All right, that's fair.
Anybody have anything for me? Like I said, the reports are on file. That said, I'll go to our manager, Phil Gavitt.
I have nothing to report, Mr. President.
I was waiting for that one.
Chief, would you like to make any comments about your parade? The 9/11 parade? Right? Yeah,
Sure.
now he dumped that right on you, right? Huh?
So for Saturday, September 12th, we're having a parade to celebrate the 25th anniversary of 9/11. The parade's gonna start at the Upper Side Fire Department at 10 a.m. and the parade procession will get on Chichester Avenue to Hughes. Everybody that's coming that is gonna walk, will start and walk Hughes Avenue on Chichester Avenue down to the park. At the park itself, we'll have a memorial service at 11 a.m. And that'll probably go maybe 45 minutes, if I had to guess. So we have some of our local elected officials coming out, as well as Kurt Weldon. He's gonna come out and speak as well, as some of our other local leaders and stuff. So if anybody's interested, come on out and join us.
Did they need our board to walk from Hughes to?
You
I
guys-
think we can make that from Hughes to the park.
Come on out, if you guys want to come out.
Maybe not from the firehouse, but from Hughes, I think we should be all right, guys.
Yeah.
So,
They could get you on the fire trucks to riding down, so.
yeah, there you go. Thank you for that. And just to comment on that, I think we did that quite a few years ago. It was a very nice showing. There is a piece of beam down there at the Hughes Park from the Twin Towers also. So that's where they have the ceremony. So greatly appreciated. If not, everybody's good. We'll need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.